Howdy folks, OGB here. Maybe you've heard, maybe you haven't, but beginning with Phase 8, Ret Paladin is seeing some pretty heavy adjustments. Let's take a quick look at what we're dealing with. So right here we have the Seal Bearer bonus, reducing the damage of seals by 35%. The 5-second Judgment, the Judicator bonus, now reduces the damage of your judgments by 45%. The ZG 5-piece, the Exile set bonus, increases the damage of Exorcism by 75%. And the 2.5 2-piece bonus, Retributor, now increases the damage of Crusader Strike by 150%. So, yes, there are some nerfs, but there's also 2 buffs in there. So, this is going to change the way that we gear, and I have a set that I've built on 60 upgrades that takes advantage of the buffs to these new bonuses. So, let's go over the set real quickly. The Avenger's Helmet. So we're getting that Retributor 2-piece bonus for our Crusader Strike, which is actually 150%, even though it doesn't say it in the tooltip yet. Blaze Fury Medallion. Exile turns your Exorcism into such a strong ability that it is now worth it to run Blaze Fury Medallion, in my opinion, to get more Exo resets when you're in melee. Obviously not a hard requirement. Another neck would work just fine, but I think that Blaze Fury has got a little bit of a slight buff for PvP use just based on the Exile buff. Okay, we have Tier 3 4-piece. This is optional. You can drop that 4-piece bonus if you want, but the Holy Wrath can be nice because it hits stealth targets. So if you don't want to talent into Consecrate, you can rely on Holy Wrath instead for popping stealthies out when they vanish. Blood-Caked Cloak for stamina. The Avenger's Breastplate. And this is a nice piece because of the dodge and parry reduction, which the helmet unfortunately doesn't have, but it just kind of fit right there. Redemption Bracelets, Might of Menethil on the weapon, obviously use what you have. And then we're also running 3-piece PvP, so we get a little bit off of the Hammer of Justice, and then a bunch of stamina on those pieces. Redemption Belt, more PvP gear. And then the Redemption Ring. And a Blood-Caked Ring. Hand of Justice. And the PvP trinket, of course. Librum of Plenty as well, to keep us from going So that's kind of the basic build that I threw together. If, let's say you don't have Tier 3, or maybe you only have like 2-piece Tier 3, or maybe you want more stamina. Let's make some adjustments and see what we can come up with. Right now we have 5.6k health. So we can get rid of Blaze Fury, and we can put a Blood-Caked there. We can take these shoulders and drop the Holy Wrath bonus. And we can go with the Field Marshal. And then we've still got 2-piece Redemption, so we can actually, you're going to lose the additional Hand of Justice effect, which I personally really like, but this is a 0 stamina item, so you could swap that for another Blood-Caked. Right now we're at 6k with Kings on. which is not bad. and all we lost was that Holy Wrath bonus. Let's go up. Let's get one more Blood Cake Drip on. $6,300 HP. Pretty good. And then, of course, I'll take a look. We'll go over the talents. You know, you can do several different things here. This one has Kings. You can take that out and go into Consecrate. And if we go to our stats over here, we are only at 5% hit with all the PvP gear on. In the PvE set, we were up to like 7%. So you can drop points out of Prot. Whatever you might need to go down and get Illumination if you want that. So let's see. And there we have it. So that would be one way to do it. You could go out of Holy if you're not planning on healing, you just want to go full damage. I should have had Strength instead of Intellect there. Maybe you want to go Improved Hodge. Go down that route. Now we have our hit talent back. We'll put some points into Eye for an Eye. Should have had that initially. This is probably not a perfect spread on Ret talents. Let's redo those too. Yeah, reset it. So I would take Benediction. Don't really care about Improved Crusader for PvP. So I could move a couple of things out of Ret if I wanted to get that extra 5 seconds on Hodge. I could just take one out of Vindication. Or maybe even put it back and oh, I can't take one out of Parry. So it probably has to be something here. Could cover this with a Boot Enchant. And go like that. Alright, that's enough of that. So, let's take a look. I have some PTR footage of playing this build and killing my warrior test dummy that I have that has about 7.1k HP. So let's take a look. This is just opening up on him and popping wings and trying to kill him in a Hodge. Here it comes. Right here. And I have it in half speed so you can see what's going on nice and easily. Opening with an Exorcism, a stun, wings, and Crusader Strike for almost 1,000 damage non-crit. And then I get an Exo Reset. And then he's dead. So that was all 7.1k HP. Granted, warriors have cooldowns they can pop to get more. But I think this is pretty good damage. It feels pretty strong to me. Let's go ahead and let's move on to a different bit of footage here. I ran into Paladin friend of mine, Barry Alice, on the PTR, and we just did a couple of duels, nothing serious, basically just, you know, both consented to just do damage to each other, not use repentance, and just see what happens. So thanks for humoring me, and let's check out kind of how they went. Okay, oh, I think I missed it there. Back, here we are. I wasn't talking about him right there. So he gets a mace stun, I trinket it, I get a mace stun. Everything happens pretty quick there. I mean, we're both doing a lot of damage, but I'm using the new bonuses and I'm winning. Let's take a look, let's keep going. This is just messing around. Okay, so here we go. This time I try to do a little more range damage. I do an Exo, a Holy Wrath at range, stun him. That Crusader Strike hits hard, a 1300 Crusader Strike. But as you can see, I mean, we're both just taking each other out, doing a lot of damage. So people who are dooming about, you know, the ret damage, and I don't know if there's really as much to worry about as some people are saying. I think it's going to be okay. And you don't need 4-piece tier 4, or excuse me, tier 3 to make this work, or any tier 4. So this is a really strong build right out the gate, day one of the nerfs, without stepping into the new raid, which I think puts Ret still in a pretty strong place overall. I wouldn't say it's completely doomed like a lot of people are saying, and I think it's gonna be fun to play still. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you're playing Ret, chin up and just, you know, roll with the punches. Adjust your gear. Have some fun. OGB out.